Okay, part 4, the final section of Big Bill Broonzy's St. Louis Blues. I'm going to pick up where we left off, and we did a little turnaround like this. Whoops. And then Big Bill goes into another one of his trademark signature lines and runs that he uses in a lot of his instrumental songs and some of his vocal songs. So what he's doing, once again, it's that bend on the 4th fret. So he's bending, keeping the bass going on the muted. Actually, he's going back and forth between the open muted string and the 3rd fret. At least that's how I think he does it. So he's going the bend, 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, open, 3rd string, 3rd fret, 4th string, 2nd fret, 4th string. C7th, or G7th, and C7th, and back to the same run again. Then he goes back to the little bass run, the same one he used in the last verse. Pretty much the same thing, so just take what you got last time and put it right in here. And let me go through that slowly again. Then the next verse, he goes back into the opening verse of the song and plays it almost note for note. If you listen carefully, there's a couple little variations in there, but you can figure them out. Just like we started the song. Then he does something a little different to wrap up the song. Starts out in the C, then he goes very quickly to the F. Then he's back to the normal verse of the song, just like he played earlier. Right before he ends it, he goes back to that cool little lick where he's bouncing on the G chord. He's got the thumb on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So that's his little G chord thing. He's beating on the 3rd fret, the G note. That's a cool lick to play. Whoops. That open G string. And then he wraps it up with a nice little end tag using that double stop. And just bounces back and forth on the G chord, C chord. He hits the bass notes though. So here's how the song ends. And then he slides down to that long C chord with his first finger barring on the 5th fret. basically hitting the 3, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. On some of Big Bill's songs, he ends it by doing this, and then hitting the 8th fret, that C note. On St. Louis Blues, if I'm hearing it right, he doesn't do that. He just lets that chord hang right there. So let me do that again for you, slowly. And that's how he ends the song. So let me go back and play those last 3 verses very slowly. Once again, the last part of the song is a lot of the same runs that you've already learned. He just uses them a little differently, mixes them up. That's the creativity of Big Bill Broonzy, trying not to have any 2 verses be exactly the same. Some are, sometimes, but usually he throws in some little twist or some variation. And that is something you can pick up with what I've showed you so far. So let me think where we were at. Oh, okay. Right there. Now if you have any questions for me, let me know. If any of you guys know more about Big Bill Broonzy's playing than I do, if someone's taught you or you've seen it somewhere or you just know, let me know, especially when he's playing these things. In F, I want to know, is he getting that 1st fret up there somehow, the bass note? I got pretty long fingers and that is a tough stretch, so I usually play it just open. Get the bass note when I can. But if you know things like that, little details, I would love to know for sure, because I like to learn exactly what the guys are playing on those songs, and then that way I can see if I can duplicate it. Next lesson I'm going to put on is Big Bill Broonzy's Guitar Shuffle. Had a request for that one. I've also got a request for Tampa Reds, You Reap What You Sow, and I'll get both of those in on YouTube as soon as I can. Enjoy. Hope this helps you out and hope this helps you appreciate the great music, country blues.